Hi guys, it's Lori and Raina again from Israel Diamond. In today's live, we're going to talk about clarity enhancements and fracture filling in a diamond. A few weeks ago, we went over the 4 C's, and the clarity was one of those C's. So today we're going to talk to you about something that is done horrifically to diamonds, and it's called clarity enhancement. So Raina, can you explain to everyone what clarity enhancement is on a diamond?
Well, it's a fancy way. Enhancement, the word enhancement in itself sounds really good. Oh, my diamond has been enhanced. That's great. Not so much. No, don't be fooled by the term enhancement. So, clarity enhanced diamonds are basically diamonds that have visible inclusions to the naked eyes at some point. They could be some black crystals, they could have been some white feathers, and then by the process of either laser drilling or fracture filling, those crystals have been either removed from the diamond or like bleached or filled with some kind of like a resin substance to kind of make it blend in. So the process is basically altering a natural diamond and then creating what is temporarily what appears to be on the surface to be a better looking stone, while in reality you're taking a natural stone, which is the hardest known substance to man, and then altering the structure of that stone.
So with that in mind, she is going to show you an example of a laser drilled stone and fracture filled stone.
We're going to go over to the screen right here. There are 2 types of clarity enhancement, one of which is known as laser drilling, and you can see in this picture where there's a tunnel that actually has been created by a laser penetrating the diamond. The laser penetrates, it reaches the inclusion. That inclusion is then either extracted or bleached with some acids. And this tunnel that has been created in the stone is permanent. That actually stays in there. So as you can tell, the structure of the diamond has been altered. In the picture right below that, you will see a big white feather right here on the screen. And in this particular case, this is a fracture-filled stone. So that feather has been filled by a liquid type of resin that resembles the look of the stone, and it kind of blends it in. So for a temporary period of time, you will see this looking better, although the problem is actually down the road. So down the road, you will have these chemicals will start to break down whenever these elements are exposed to either excessive heat or excessive pressure. We no longer have a solid structure on your diamond, so all of that is subject to decomposing. And although some manufacturers that do offer laser drilled diamonds, will offer a warranty type, we'll always repair it for you no matter what. Just think of when you take a chemical treatment on a stone that has decomposed and gone bad, and then you go back and you try to correct that, just think of the repercussions to that. The outcome is never good. On this side right here, you will see the effects of the laser drilling when the stone actually kind of becomes a little hazy. And then when we look at these stones under magnification, you'll see those flashes of color that are usually like purplish or bluish or greenish. And then these are basically the chemicals in there that have started to decompose, and they're going to refract different lights. You'll see it also really clear on this bottom image right here, very distinct purple flash of color where the treatment has been done to the diamond. So again, not a good thing, just something to be aware of, and then know that there are certain stones on the market that are laser drilled, that are fracture filled, and it's not necessarily a good thing. Don't be taken by the pretty words. Look at the actual content of that.
So we saw the effect on the look of the stone, but how does that affect the value of the diamond?
So very simple. Like I said, these diamonds were basically lower grade diamonds that have been altered by laser drilling or fracture filling. So essentially, these stones are a lot less expensive than a natural unaltered diamond would be. So when we're buying a laser drilled stone that has been drilled to become an Si2 or become an Si1, we're actually buying an I1 or an I2, which is a much lower grade. On average, a laser drilled stone is worth about 50% less than a natural stone that would be of an equivalent grade had it not been altered or enhanced.
So essentially the question is it good or is it bad, the clarity enhancement?
There's nothing good about clarity enhancement except the short-term gain that the stone might appear a little bit better for a very short period of time. So it is something you always want to avoid. You do not want to buy a laser drilled or fracture filled diamond. Also, for another reason, the value on these stones after you bought it, if you go back on the open market and you try to sell it, there is not a single jeweler that will offer anything for them based on our experience. So you've just invested $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 in a laser drilled stone. The return on that investment is not zero, because zero would mean you didn't spend anything. It's minus $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 that you just pretty much, it's money that you took and flushed down the toilet. So it is definitely a bad thing.
So as a consumer, how would someone know for sure that it has been enhanced or altered in any way?
Right. Your first defense is buying a certified diamond. Whenever you're buying a certified diamond, a certificate will actually indicate whether the stone has been laser drilled or fracture filled. So that's your first defense. If you're buying a stone that is not certified, I would recommend always getting an independent appraisal from a third-party gemologist who is a G.I.A graduate gemologist that will actually confirm to you whether a stone has been laser drilled or fracture filled. And then, if in doubt, always ask the jeweler. Although they are required to disclose it, a lot of the jewelers just camouflage it by writing code or little abbreviations on your invoice. You may see SI1-CE, which stands for Clarity Enhanced. Beware of these little abbreviations that may not mean something to you, but actually are a disclosure of some sort, even though they're not fully disclosing it to you, of a laser drilled diamond. And let me show you on the certificate, usually, whenever you're looking at a certificate on a stone, whenever you see the clarity, which is going to be listed right there, there should be right below it, under comments, if a stone is laser drilled, it will actually be indicated clearly on the certificate. So if a diamond is certified, that is your first defense. We do not sell laser drilled stones or fracture filled stone. This is a stone that was bought in a retail store that one of the clients was not aware of what they bought, and they were trying to sell it, and we obtained a copy of the certificate for this purpose for you.
Well, guys, we hope that helped kind of explain something about clarity that many people didn't know or don't know to ask for. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask us. You can call us here at the store at 888-492-9300, or you can email us at info@israeldiamond.com and also on Facebook.
And if you have any questions, whether your stone is laser drilled or fracture filled, feel free to reach out to us via the comments on Facebook. And like we said, your best defense is going to be get an independent appraiser to look at the stone for you and then just confirm. And if a jeweler does not disclose those treatments to you, then that would be definitely a case where you can go back and then dispute the purchase. Good luck to you guys, and we look forward to the next live, hopefully another topic. If you have any suggestions on any topics you would like to hear from us, please send us some messages via Facebook.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.